Hello friends, it's Wednesday late morning. I've had a slow morning and that's okay sometimes. So I'm going to lead into the slow morning, and even though I have some other things that I want to get done today, I'm still going to take some time and work in my sketchbook because I have a goal of trying to work in my sketchbook every day and make some time to kind of paint freely without any pressure of working on something that somebody is either commissioned or that's part of a collection or anything like that. So, and also I really want to fill up this sketchbook. It'd be amazing if I could fill it up this year, but to do that, I have to actually paint it. So, for just a little bit this morning, I'm going to take some time and work in the sketchbook. I already yesterday made a little sketch in it. I haven't really paid much attention in the past to like Lunar New Year or like the year of whatever the animal is or anything, but for some reason I keep seeing a lot of things about the year of the horse, and so I thought I'd practice drawing a horse. So that's what I did. I have two little horses, some trees, a little snowy scene, and then probably my next illustration will be more towards springish because that's kind of the mood that I'm in. I feel like I've been feeling kind of overwhelmed lately, and I don't know, yesterday I made a post on Instagram and I was writing the caption and I sort of got into my feelings a little bit just in terms of like what art means to me, and I feel like that reflection was really good for me. I can get really caught up in my to-do lists and what I have to do, but I need to remember that like I want to do this and I get to do this, and also like the meaning behind what art is. To me, I feel like it's definitely a layered thing. I mean, of course, as an artist, I have what art brings to me in creating it. So it's sort of like an escape in some ways, or like a meditation, because when I'm really in the moment and creating art, my mind is like completely blank. Or sometimes it might be like an opportunity for new thoughts to get into my mind, but by completely blank, I really just mean anything that I'm worried about is not in my mind because I'm focused on working on my painting. And so it's kind of, I think it's kind of mental health healthy for me. So that's one thing. But also I feel like I'm also a consumer of art. I love art, and otherwise I don't think I'd be interested in making it. But for people who are interested in either buying art or viewing art, I think it's really a couple of different things. It's a chance to be somewhere else, especially if you're looking like at a landscape or something like that. It could bring back a memory or kind of make you feel something from the past or somewhere that you want to go, or kind of just like take you out of your current situation for even a minute, which I feel like is something we can all use at times. And also kind of along with that, no matter what the art is, if you connect with it, I think that sort of, again, brings you into a present moment rather than worrying or anything else like that. And then finally, my other thing, which I think is my favorite thing about art, I think it really kind of invites you to imagine. I love creativity and imagination and encouraging that in people, because I think especially in this day and age with AI and all that sort of stuff, we need that human imagination and that human connection. And I think that art plays a really big role in that. So I'm going to step off my soapbox now and get into my painting. I'm going to just have, like I said, a soft and slow morning working in my sketchbook, and then at the end of the video I'll do a little reading update, because a couple videos ago I shared a book that I was reading and I want to update you on that book. And then also I will do a little bit of a book haul, because my library had a library sale, so I bought a few books there, and then also I think I bought a few kind of like thrifted books. So I have just a few to share. So if that sounds good to you, I invite you to grab some paints and paint along with me, or get yourself in a little cozy spot and take a few minutes to just relax. So let's enjoy this slow morning together. Right now would be a good time to have a cup of tea, but I didn't make myself one, so, but you should make yourself one, because then at least one of us will be having a comforting cup of tea. So anyway, now I thought I would do the book haul, and but first I wanted to tell you about the book that I read. So it was called The Christie Affair, and I've lent it to my mom. It's a library book, so I'll have to give it back, but in a couple weeks, but I renewed it so that she could also read it, because I really, really enjoyed it. So basically, if you didn't watch the last video, the premise is it's a historical fiction novel, and in real life, for about 10 to 11 days, Agatha Christie went missing, and it's kind of a mystery. Like, no one really knows why or what happened. And so the book is about, it's told from her husband's mistress perspective, and it's about kind of what happened during that 11-day period. And it has a bit of mystery, a bit of intrigue, and a bit of humor, and the characters are really fun, and you get to know them, and I really enjoyed it. There are some heavy parts, but overall, I thought it was really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. And I think it maybe one of that one or the other library book, which I'll talk about next, are my two best reads of the year so far. So I would recommend it. Obviously, I am recommending it already. So yeah, I would definitely recommend it, The Christie Affair. So that was the update on that. And then the other book, this was the other library book that I had, well, that I still have, and it is the third book in the Thursday Murder Club mystery, or is it called mystery? Yeah, the Thursday Murder Club mystery series. This was the third book, and I really enjoyed it. I had sort of like a mixed review of the first book, but I think that's just because I maybe wasn't in the right headspace to read it, or maybe I just didn't have the right expectations, because I didn't realize at first that it was going to be told from like each member of the club's perspective, and like their voice was so different, which I actually feel like is why I ended up, that was my critique of the first book, but I think it's actually why I ended up liking the books and the series so much, is because you really get to know the characters, and each character is so likable, and they each have such a not unique, but they each have such a distinct voice. And so I think that's a credit to the author, and I think that the series is worth the read. If you've watched the Netflix episode, or I don't know if you'd call it a movie or what, of the first one, the book is a little bit different, of course, and I almost always prefer the book to the movie. But so if you liked that, then I would definitely give the series a chance. I actually put the next book in the series on hold, and I just got an email today that's ready. So I'll pick that up this week and take this one back. But that was that one. I've stacked these up in kind of a silly way. But now I'm going to do my book haul. I'll start with the books that I got from the online thrift. It was either Thrift Books or World Books. I think it was World Books, but I can't remember. But anyways, you would have seen this one this morning. I'm currently reading this one just for kind of like a morning, kind of, I don't know, just like a soft way to start the morning. I want to start the morning I've been trying, all these books I got because I want to create a morning routine, which I haven't been that successful at, but I want to create kind of like a mindful morning where I'm setting up myself to have a good day. So all these books are sort of books that are kind of getting you in the right mindset, I guess, or like a better mindset. I'm not sure how to describe it better, but just kind of like, I don't know if they're self-help books or just like that. I guess that'd probably be the category. So anyway, the Cozy Life is one, and then The Year I Stopped to Notice by Miranda Keeling. This is Seeking Slow, Reclaim Moments of Calm in Your Day. Seeking Slow. And this is by Melanie Barnes. I'm just going to do this sort of like a rapid fire situation because I don't really know anything about any of these books other than they were recommended. But I think all of these were recommended by another YouTuber called Morgan Long. So that's where I found out about these, and that's why I got them. This one is called An Intentional Life, and it's 5 Foundations of Authenticity and Purpose, and it's by Lisa Kentgen. And the last one is Little Pieces of Hope, Happy Making Things in a Difficult World by Todd Doughty, not sure how to say, but. So those are the books that I got from the online thrift, and now I'll show you the ones that I got from the library sale. all these I got for like less than $20. So, you know, I don't know if you ever do, if your local library ever has a library sale, but it's definitely worth checking it out because you can get a lot of books for like $1 or $2 a piece. So this one I just got is a book of poems from Keats. So I thought that'd be nice to have. I'm wanting to read more poetry, so I always am on the lookout for a poetry book when I go to the library sale. And then this one is a Caldecott winner. Not that I'm not sure if I announced on here, but I think I did, that I'm working on illustrating a children's book. And ever since I started doing that, I've just been a little bit more aware of children's books. Before I started doing that, it's been a goal of mine to illustrate a children's book for a while. So I've already have several and collect them based on the illustrations, really. But I've recently come to be aware of Caldecott awards, and so I kind of want to collect all the Caldecott winners. So this is one, and it's called Time of Wonder by Robert McCloskey. This one was really cool. It's this Alice's Adventures Underground, and it's the first handwritten draft of I don't know if you can see that, of Alice in Wonderland, but obviously not like the handwritten copy, but it's a handwritten like photocopy of the original first draft of Alice in Wonderland. So I thought that was kind of cool. I'd never really heard of that before, so I thought that was kind of neat. These ones are just like little Christmas books that I thought would be kind of cozy to read at Christmas time. So this one's The Christmas Inn by Pamela Kelly, and this one's Debbie McCalmer, A Christmas Duet. Oh, and along the same vein, but not at Christmas time, is Murder in an Irish Cottage by Carleen O'Connor. I thought that might be a cozy fall read. I've never read Tuck Everlasting, so I got that. This one I just thought was really cute. It's called A Cup of Christmas Tea. I like to have a little collection of Christmas stories just to kind of like set the tone during that time of year. I also got 3 books that are Madeline, but mainly I wanted this one. Oh, I'm sorry, actually I got 4, funny enough. But I actually just really wanted this one because it's a Caldecott winner. So on this expedition, I achieved 2 Caldecott winner scores, so that was pretty cool. And then I also got this Wildflowers book, Wildflowers of North America. I thought that would just be fun as like reference photos and stuff, and just to like learn more. I love flowers and I love learning about them, so I was really happy to find this one. I also got, I don't have it right here, but I also got this like very large book of Frank Sinatra stuff. It has like even a like CD, which I think maybe like some of his songs and maybe like an interview or like a monologue or something. I'm not really sure, but it's this whole big like coffee table size book of just kind of like stuff from his family estate, information and stuff like that. So I thought that'd be kind of cool, either as a coffee table book or a gift. And then the last thing is kind of on the same vein as the first 5 books that I shared, which is this The 5 a.m. Club by Robin Sharma. Along with my morning routine thing, I just thought that'd be kind of cool to like get some more perspective on how to develop a good way to start the day. So, and I think that is it for my book haul. All right, I think that's everything. Quite a large book haul, but not a very expensive one. So that's always nice. So thank you so much for joining me as we had a slow morning together. I hope that you enjoyed it and took some self-care time or painted alongside me. If you did, let me know what you painted, and I really can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye guys!